50-year-old James Purifoy is accused of setting fire to his own Rockford restaurant in January 2023, according to a federal indictment. Once praised for turning his life around, Purifoy now faces arson charges for the blaze that destroyed his burger shop on 15th Avenue. The building was later demolished. Purifoy claims he was attacked by a drug cartel the night of the fire. If convicted, he faces 5 to 20 years in federal prison.